Oh, that is fantastic.
Hmm?
God, that is fantastic.
I don't even know what that thing is. What the white face bullshit
That
is.
looks like something out of
Looks like
fucking
a spider.
Spore.
Looks like a spider from
That
some kid's cartoon.
that honestly looks like something
From Spore,
from
yeah.
Spore. Yeah.
Alright, well, I think I'll play my Warlock a little bit, because I've been neglecting my Warlock. So what exactly did you like about Destiny 1 that you don't like about Destiny 2?
Uh, honestly, a lot of it
If it
comes from the
from
fact that
RJ?
no, no, no. What it is shit. Hang on. There it is. It's gonna be mine and Squid's co-op map. There we go. Anyway, what it is basically you've got Destiny 2 is essentially a fucked up DLC for Destiny 1. They got super, super lazy with it. And Destiny 1, they were lazy as fuck about anyway. Because they hyped it up so much. Talk about, oh, this is a labor of love, blah, 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 blah. We're doing our absolute best to make the best possible blah, 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 blah bullshit. It's like,
Mm,
literally, it felt like in Destiny 1 that, and I'm a firm believer that if you're playing an MMO, that it should be story and narrative driven.
yeah.
It should be because that's the purpose of an MMO. It's not just jump and shoot, man, throw fucking grenades at people and do the exact same
Yeah.
fucking thing over and over and over again. There should be a narrative driving it. And in this case,
Yeah.
it's like, why? And they could have easily released that as an expansion pack for Destiny 1, and in the expansion pack have a graphical update for all players, and boom, you would have had the exact same game just with more content. So, and the
Yeah.
thing about it is it's not necessarily like both of them were real sketch about the narrative. Both of them really were, but Destiny 1 started to kind of straighten itself out with Oryx and so on and so forth. But then they're like, oh no, Destiny 2 is going to be so much better. There's going to be a story. There's going to be all this other cool stuff involved and blah, blah, blah. And you don't get that. So essentially, people are going to sit there and they're going to get pissed off. Or, okay, they're not going to get pissed off because Destiny and Destiny fanboys are a thing. But they should be pissed off because they were essentially stolen from. They were ripped off again because the company made their promises and they said, well, we're going to go ahead and make sure that the next one, whenever we release it, again, is a labor of love and yada, 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 yada. And as it turns out, it is not. It is a money grab. That's all Destiny 2 turned out to be, is a money grab. And that right there is prevalent in the fact that they took one of the most loved things in Destiny 1, being the shaders and stuff like that, and made it so you had to fucking pay for them. And you don't have to pay for them. Yeah, I get that. And that's always the big fucking complaint or the big response back from Destiny players is, oh yeah, you don't have to pay for these because you could just
You
run
really
raids and
don't.
do them. No, I get it, but you could run raids and get the ones that you want and blah blah blah, or you could play the jackpot system and if you're lucky, get it. But man, no, that's just shady. You know what I mean? And that's stupid.
Yeah.
And
When they
the way that they brought forth the game and everything else is they unbalanced a lot of other things. They're like, oh, this is gonna balance it. Hey, sir.
when they when they do story though, it's good. Like I'm doing the beginning part again.
See though, you say
And
that,
you've
but it's not. And the reason why I say that is because okay, it's neat that they went off and they're like, okay, well you lost your light. The big fucking travesty, you lost your light. And oh, don't die because they can't bring you back to life and so on and so forth, yada yada yada. But then 2 missions later, you have your fucking light powers back. It's like all of that tension and all of that drama that comes from that particular issue of, oh hey, suddenly my character is mortal. It's gone. There's no
Yeah, that's what I
tension
was gonna say.
whatsoever. And then you're
The
off to go
beginning.
fight fucking Gary. You know, Gary the Big Bad. Fuck that guy. He's a fucking
Right.
knockoff version of Oryx.
The beginning is really the best part. The rest of
Yeah.
it's just run here to do that, run here to do that.
Yeah.
And
And
that's fine. I don't really play it for the story anyway. I do it for Crucible, raids, that sort of deal. Iron Banner.
but see, that's the thing, man, is they could have built the game purely around
More
Crucible.
story, yeah.
No, 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 no. See, this is the thing. If they wanted to go with Sans story, they could have built a game purely around the concept of Crucible. It would be no different than Call of Duty and all the other shit, and they would have made a metric fuck ton of money doing it. But instead of focusing on the thing that most of the players are going to go to anyway, they basically threw out a bunch of like essentially lies and bullshit and so on and so forth, saying, oh well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it a story. And the worst part about it is not necessarily the fact that they fucked up on the story. It's the fact that they retconned a lot of the story. Like there's a bunch of shit that if you look at like how the story goes and like the little lore pieces that you find in game and so on and so forth, they don't even mention the shit that happens for Oryx and all the other stuff. And the Fallen,
That's if you
the Fallen,
that's if you don't play the first game. They mention it all if you've played the second one. Or the first one. They mention it all.
but not like they should. That's the thing. They don't bring up the fact that Oryx was literally the worst fucking thing that the entire universe at that point had seen. And then also, what the hell are you're dealing with a bunch of fucking Ninja Turtles that were on Mars, who were bitches in the first one. They were absolute. I used to go to Mars on my low level characters as soon as I could get to Mars, and I went there and leveled them up to max level because those guys were such bitches. And then they also take out the sense of accomplishment in the game by making it so that light levels are essentially pointless. Because they
Yeah,
are.
with the Iron Banner.
Yeah. No, not just with Iron Banner, in the actual story. Your light level is pointless in that. Everything scales to your level. They do the ESO thing. Hey, how you doing, Caleb? So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, it is. I will tell you now, it is. If you like the game, then cool, fucking like it. You know what I mean? But the thing that I just can't get behind, and the one thing that bothers me about it, is the fact that it's the 7 Days to Die, Caleb. Is the fact that they misrepresent the game as a whole. They don't just throw it out there like this is literally Destiny 1. Because some other games outright will do that whenever it comes down to their expansions and stuff like that. They will just say, this is just a sequel to this game, and it's the same game essentially. They don't dance around it or anything else. They just kind of it's all good, man. They just kind of go with it, and nobody hates them for it. People are like, oh yeah, this is what I came in expecting. But they hyped it up to such a point that it's just like, you're expecting it to be a new fucking great game that expands upon the shitty story of the first one and makes it so it's something cognizant and something, real to the player. But it's not. It's just half-ass story with really, no intention of making it better. And that kind of bothers me a little bit, just in general, The concept of you're going to spend $60 for what could be an expansion pack. Or $100+ for what could be an expansion pack. But it doesn't matter because people are just going to be like that. So, you have a wonderful night there, Caleb. And sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent. I cannot stand that game. But again, I'm not going to hate on you for liking it, though, Big. That's the thing. It's your taste. You know? Did I put you to sleep with my rambling? I put you to sleep with my rambling, didn't I?
No, I'm looking for the specific song that I really want to share with you.
Or did you get a boner? You got a boner, didn't you?
No. I was trying to listen for this song.
There are a lot of zombies in this little town I found. And I am seriously looking for the well. I would love it if the well was here. I haven't found a single store. Well, I mean, a gas station, but I don't know that counts. Squid.
Oh, that ain't it.
Boring. What song is it you're looking for?
There's the first mission right after you lose your light and you get your ghost back. You're walking like through these mountains and there's this song playing and it's so good.
Oh, no.
remember
See,
when
that is one thing I will fully admit with any Bungie game. Their
This
friggin'
music's fucking great.
their music is brilliant. They will always have good music, at least for the most part.
Yeah.
Nothing good. I
can't-
just wanted to see if you were still awake. That's all.
It's just when I first played this part and I was alone,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I actually muted Carl because the scenery with the music was just too fucking good.
Yeah, and like I said, I
'Cause you-
get that. You know, that's a big ass.
You
house.
round this mountain face and it just all of a sudden widens up and you can see like the traveler and this big snowy mountain and then you can continue on and the fucking music peaks. I'm gonna die. Ah!
Yeah,
Music peaks right as a Cabal ship flies overhead and it's like, oh shit.
yeah. Bungie's always been extremely good with their music, like their music composition and their games, and I will never take that away from them. That is the honest to goodness truth on that. But again, you know, there are other aspects to the game, and it bothers me just kind of the way they go about it. But again, that's my opinion. That's not, you know, universal by any means.
Shoot that bitch's head off.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing that bothers me about it, and I'm just going to go on out and say this pretty candidly. Oh, hey, the prison's in this town too. You know, honestly speaking, one of the big things I think that bothers me the most about the game is the fact that so many people fell for it. But then a lot of them are realizing, oh shit, we fell for it. And what I mean by that is you've got a lot of people who, for better or worse, were like, they got super hyped by it, and that's cool, you know. It's good to get hyped by things that interest you. But they got to the point of where they just went ahead and threw millions, like actually millions of dollars at Bungie to buy it. And the game was nothing that they promised at all. But nobody's mad at them. Nobody is upset with Bungie about that, except for, well, okay, I take that back. A lot of people are upset with them about the game to the point of where over 80% of the playing, like, game populace are no longer there from day one. Like, that game has lost 80% of its players. You know, and that's insane to me. The fact that the game is still up and running is insane to me. And the fact that there aren't like all these reports and paperwork and like all kinds of crazy shit that's been put out there about it. There's a couple of YouTuber accounts. And that's it. And the problem with it is like No Man's Sky, for instance, still has like at least 50% of its original player base still playing it every once in a while. Like routinely playing it every once in a while. Over 80% of the people who bought Destiny have stopped playing it. That's to include all platforms. That's computer, Xbox, so on and so forth. But you remember how No Man's Sky was? It dropped off so much that they were like, "Oh my god," and it was this huge thing. With No Man's Sky, after they actually did the fixes that they said that they were going to do, where it made like base building a thing and all this other cool stuff a thing, it a lot of the player base has returned and have since continued to play it because they actually made it into a viable, very good game, from what I understand. You just have to get past the boring aspects of it, which is like the initial, like if you're playing in survival mode, it's that initial survival shit, which is just fucking brutal. That shit is tough as nails. If you don't get put on a good planet, you're fucked. So, I don't know. Like I said, there's just a lot of things that bother me in terms of like the ethics of Bungie on so on and so forth. Yep, it's 7 days to die. It's not just EA though. I don't care how quickly people want to sit there and be like EA is the evil, corporation, blah blah blah. That's fine. They are evil as shit, but at the same fucking time,
They're worse than Ubisoft.
Well, yeah, they're pretty bad. But I mean, the fact of the matter is at the same time, if it were not for EA, then that game never would have been published. Period. You know what I mean? So you can't sit there and be like, "Oh, they're this terrible, terrible company," blah blah blah. And the fact of the matter is Bungie has to approve whether or not they want to tell you yes or no. I'm telling you right now, they have to approve if there's in-game money transactions. They have to approve if there are a lot of these things that the publisher wants. They have to actually say, "Okay, we'll do that." They can easily put down their foot and be like, "We're not going to do that. We're not going to like rip people off. We're not going to speed this thing out there." They might have to pay a little bit of a fee or lose a little bit of the production funds that they would be getting, but that does not in any way, shape, or form detriment how well they can release the damn game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shit. It's still technically alpha, actually. But yeah, the console version is now caught up to the computer version. So we have like Marauders and cool shit like that now. And there's a bunch of neat stuff that has come out. They made it a lot harder too, actually. And I'm specifically looking for one particular landmark that I can't seem to find. And I don't know if it's going to be here or not. I might just decide to hole up inside the prison. This is a brand damn new safe. Fuck.
I despise warlocks. Warlocks.
Dude, warlocks hate warlocks. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let's just be real.
Their fucking item is a damn circlet on their fucking arm. That's lame.
It's always been stupid like that, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't play him in the first place. That's one of the reasons why I was like, you know what? Fuck no. I don't want no class shit. Look, alright. The first fucking bond I get as soon as I get into the farm, which is like the tower until you actually get to the end where you establish a new tower. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking piece of string tied around my damn arm.
Oh, and
Dreamer's Bond. Oddly enough, I like it.
This game is actually
out of the way.
If you're looking, yeah, I was gonna say if you're looking for this game to finish, you're probably never ever gonna see that. Honestly, I hate to say that, but at the same time, it's actually a fun game in the current area that it's in, and you can tell the guys who work on it actually love it a lot because they continuously add new stuff to it. It just takes a little while or a little bit longer for it to come to console than it does for the computers, which is stupid, but hey, what are you gonna do? Plus, it's really, really fun to play with 4 people. If you fill in a lobby, it's great. Big here could probably tell you of a great many times where we went out and slayed many zombies with hammers and other silly shit just because we could.
Oh, I get pissed at that game. Mainly it's because, like, I'll be helping other people, and then when it come around time for help me, like, oh.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. I used to help you out all the time. After
Maybe
I got
you did.
after I got done building all my nonsense.
Pretty sure I would always be like, no, you're working on the house. You stay working on the house or something. I don't know.
Shit.
Like, whenever Carl or Brandon wanted some help, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. You want to help me with this afterwards? Oh yeah. And then they get stuck doing something else. I'm like, oh. So
Alright,
ain't nobody want to help me clear these fucking quests.
Yeah, but see, the quests in the game are kind of like, meh, you know? Why do them?
Yeah, I know, but it just irritates me that they're there.
Well, the basic quests and stuff, they changed those up, by the way. But the basic quests and stuff are pretty straightforward. It's just, here, make a stone axe. Make a bedroll. Alright.
Okay.
So, Squid, I think I'm going to set up in the prison. What do you think?
I need to find me a good set of armor for this warlock, and then I will be happy.
No, you won't. You're going to continuously complain about it.
No.
No. Okay, maybe.
I'll complain about their ability. I won't complain about them being ugly as fuck. Because they have so many just disgusting helmets.
You want to be my prison buddy, Squid?
Hunters fucking don't. Because you don't see half their fucking helmet. I mean, they have some that look kind of gross, but at least they don't have horns and shit flying off in any random direction. Fucking weird ass swirls and scoops.
Alright, let's see here. Boring. Boring. Alright. Oh, shit, what time is it? I can't tell. 13:55. I suppose it's about time I go on over there and start doing something. Get into the damn prison and actually start building up. Yeah, so the prison is a new structure in 7 Days to Die since the last time we played.
You know what I've been on a kick about that's really upsetting?
What's that?
Fallout 4.
Why is that upsetting?
Because the game fucking sucked.
Yeah, it is hot garb. That is not a lie.
It's like they didn't add half of like anything that was in 3 or New Vegas, and it's like, why? You have all these guns. Imagine if you had all of those guns and still all the customization, as opposed to pipe pistol, pipe rifle, combat rifle. Come on. Hell, let me take every pistol and turn it into a rifle. Let me fucking take the Deliverer, turn that shit into a rifle. I don't care. 10mm SIP machine gun? Yes, please. I had to make my fucking own. That was irritating.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's mods for it on fucking PC, but I don't play PC. And we were promised mods. So when we were promised mods, I expected we'd have like actual mods, like the ones that Xbox has. That's not fucking Bethesda's fault. Sony's being a bitch.
That's a fair point. They are kind of being a bitch.
Oh, we don't want external assets. Jailbreak. I don't care. I want to give Codsworth some titties. Let me give Codsworth titties. You know?
Oh my god.
If I want to fucking download a shitty mod that has a fucking ACR or whatever that looks like shit, sounds like shit, I don't care. Give me something else.
Yeah.
I'm more disappointed that mod support on PS4 sucks and the game lacked. Like they could have brought so much more in. Think fucking New Vegas. They had a whole like gun running DLC. They brought so much fucking new guns in. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
fucking what we got a radium rifle, a couple different special things that nobody ever fucking used. We got in Far Harbor. We got the fucking Buzzsaw, not the Assaultron. No, that was Automatron. We got
Yeah.
a couple things in Automatron nobody fucking used, especially that stupid Assaultron head. Nobody fucking used that. This shit would damage you. Why would you use it?
Wait, you mean it would, what do you mean it would damage you?
It would damn near fill your rads if you used it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You remember how the Assaultrons would charge up and shoot, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what the Assaultron head did. But except for it filled you with fucking rads. It's like, why would anybody use this? They brought AKs back with Nuka World. That's the only fucking weapon they brought with Nuka World. Oh, and the Thirst Zapper, but that's kind of dumb. You have to make... For the Thirst Zapper, you'd have to make Nuka-Cola Quantum just to shoot, like, Nuka-Cola Quantum ammo.
Yeah.
And it was only one shot.
Huh.
So you quite literally had to make hundreds of Nuka-Cola Quantum, which took regular Nuka-Cola and a whole bunch. You just basically had to craft the ammo, and that fucking sucked. The acid sprayer, which fucking sucked.
Yeah.
The ammo was hard as fuck to find. They fucked the DLC up. The maps, I love Far Harbor. I love Nuka World. I love the concept of both of those things, but they didn't add enough with it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get that. I didn't like Fallout 4. I didn't think it was a Fallout game. Just because,
Hell no.
again, though, I come from
It has
old.
some RPG elements.
Yeah, I come
You may
from.
have none.
I come from like old school Fallout.
Yeah,
too,
1,
so,
2.
Yeah. You know, those were the things I grew up with. So it's like going on up to a huge fan of like Mario and being like, this game here is going to be just Toad. You know, and Toad's all right and all. He ain't that damn cool.
Wait, oh, the Toad game that they made?
No. What I'm saying that it's a rough simile. We'll just go with that. It's like, yes, this is neat, but it's not what, it's not what we want.
Mario.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope when New Vegas rolls around, it is fucking amazing, and Sony and Bethesda figure their shit out, so I can have all those delicious mods.
Yeah, I agree. I want that
Whenever that
remaster.
comes about.
Yeah, I want that remaster to come out like now, but it's going to be a while. So
And
they're
they're gonna do like Skyrim did, where it's gonna be like $60 just for everything, right? All DLC included.
supposedly. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you for sure one way or another. You know what I mean? That's like one of those things that nobody really knows, I guess. It's an easy way to put it. Honestly, it's about time they let Elder Scrolls die. I hate to say that, and that's coming from a person who's a huge fan of Elder Scrolls. They need to let it go.
But Skyrim.
And no, yeah.
Hell, let them make a new game. If it's fucking good, it's good, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like slapping Tom Clancy's on it in any game. If a new game comes out and it just so happens to be a Tom Clancy game, I don't give a fuck. If it's good, it's good, you know?
Yeah, but see, the thing about Elder Scrolls is they have played that shit out since the friggin' early 90s. It's been a game series since the 90s. You know what I mean?
So is GTA.
Yeah.
God, I love the Ghost. I love the cutscenes. If they just did, hell, a little more story, this game would be great. But like the DLC, yeah, I'm hoping it'll be good. But I mean, it's not going to be connected now. There's no way. This is weird. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing about it is with Skyrim is those games were great and everything else, but I don't know. It's just like they do too much. They get way too played out. And don't get me wrong, I love the absolute hell out of Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim even and all of them. But it's at the point now where it's like, just can you just stop? Because ever since Oblivion, well, not even Oblivion, ever since Morrowind, there hasn't been any changes to the game. There's not been anything that's like really new and innovative. It's all been basically the same game, just reskinned. And that's fine. If it works, it works. If it's fun, it's fun. But you can only 100% those games so many damn times, and I've 100%ed them quite a few times. But then again, that's again just like Fallout. Like I've played Fallout 1 all the way through Fallout friggin'. Well, actually, there's been like, I don't know, 8 or 9 iterations of it. I've played every single one of them. So. And the thing about it is they just, I don't know. I love them all, but with Fallout, they kind of went away from the actual story of the game. Fallout 3 and 4, they went away from the story. It was supposed to go from West Coast over to East Coast. Yeah. But they just won't let it go. Oh, crap. Let's see here. Nice.
Yo. I know that those we told you about the new thing from Taco Bell, right?
Yeah, the taquito thing?
Dude, those were so fucking good. Holy shit.
Ow.
Brandon took one and wrapped it up in a beefy Frito burrito.
Oh, yeah?
And he loved it. I didn't do that because I'm going to eat my beefy Frito burritos tomorrow. I'm hungry and inevitably, well, when I wake up hungry, there's like nothing in the house that I can quick make. I'm sure there's like peanut butter and jelly, but like, ugh.
What you got against PBJ?
I love me a PB&J, but that's like a snack to me.
Well, there is really not a lot to this fucking prison. I thought there'd be more. There's really not a lot at all to this damn prison shit. Okay, let's see here.
Ever tell you the kind of funny inside joke that there is in the game?
Funny joke.
It's there's this marksman.
Yeah.
His name is Drum. And he people have noticed through things that he's kind of said while he's just being idle. He's apparently he has had a partner of the homosexual variety, which is
Okay.
fine. But his name is Mark, so he's a marksman who misses his mark.
That's 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 actually funny. I'm not gonna lie. A
Right?
marksman who misses his mark.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I miss you, Mark, or something like that.
Yeah. That's kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
Fucking funny as shit. When I first saw that, I was like, oh, cheeky bastards.
Well, I guess.
Pulling that shit. There's been gay couples in video games since fuck when?
A long, long time. Actually,
The
a
first ones I remember
very, very
were,
long time. Huh?
I think the first one that really hit me in the face was, believe it or not, fucking Last of Us.
Why?
I don't know, because I think the way they presented it was really kind of brutal.
How so?
You walk into this house and there's a dude hung from a ceiling fan or something, and a person you're traveling with like notices him, and then Joel's like, "Oh, you know this? You know him?" And he was like, "Yes, he was my partner," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh." And then later on, Ellie's fucking with you, and she said she stole some magazines from the guy. She was like, "Wow, how do people walk around with those things and like between their legs?
Ah,
Oh, the pages are kind of sticky, all stuck together."
wow.
And then Joel's like, and she's like, "I'm just fucking with you." Like, Ellie, you better not do that. You were like 13. Chill. Making jokes like that.
Yeah, but end of the world, you can't really be mad.
No. Apparently in Last of Us 2, she's gonna be grown.
Yeah, I think she's supposed to be in her 20s or something like that.
I think Joel might be dead. That's the one fan theory I'm sticking to, is that Joel's actually dead and part of her subconscious now.
Mm.
Because in the trailer, he just walks in and sits into a doorway. You don't even see his face. And then he like asks Ellie something like that. I don't know. What the fuck? This warlock jump is trash. I hate the floaty, glidey jumps. I hate them so much.
Oh, I mean, that's. I suppose that's valid. Why do you hate him so much?
They're just, ugh. They're so difficult. If you want to end your jump early, you have to fucking completely like cancel it. You have to hit the button an extra time. It's just less time you have with your thumb on the joystick, as opposed to.
Sir, you can fucking die now.
I do like how a lot of guns in this
Son of a
game look
bitch.
more modern. Got like a lot of AK looking guns.
Yeah.
Not really so much before. We got a hell of a lot of AKs.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Do you know whenever Last of Us 2 is supposed to be released?
No idea. Probably sometime next year. If not, maybe Christmas. I doubt it's Christmas though, because we haven't heard much about it.
Yeah, we would have heard a lot about it by now.
Ah! Wait, where am I supposed to be going? Oh, adventure. To the adventure!
Oh, hey. Sir, you can fucking die, Jesus. Blah. Let me see here.
What like the fucking trash?
See, you say that, but they've done a lot of work to No Man's Sky since that came out that actually makes it kind of worth. I have it, and I really can't complain because of the way that they went with a lot of stuff now. They've done a lot of good work with it. How they presented it was hot garbage, honestly. Like, I will fully admit that, but the game itself isn't terrible. It's a lot better than I thought it would have been originally. Well, hey there, dead fella. Oh, fucking great. You've got to be kidding me right now. Yeah, a lot of people did. Oh, God. Go ahead and check my phone. Oh, give me a belt.
I don't know why Carl has an undying hate for birds.
He claims he doesn't. He says it's more to the key of he likes birds of prey, not blah blah blah, whatever. I don't care.
But little birds with little fat bodies, they're so cute.
Yeah, birds are pretty
fat
freaking
body.
rad.
Love birds. I think
I
when
like-
fuck. I think when I finally move out, I'll get a bird. If possible. Whenever I move out, who the fuck knows? I need to start trying to, though. I'm gonna be 21 now.
I'm gonna get you a job. Save up.
Yeah. My stepdad said something about, like, if you could prove you make $22,000 a year, then I'll let you live here for 4 years as long as you can save that up. And I'll let you do that so you can buy a house outright. I was like, well, damn. I ain't gonna be doing that because I'm gonna have some shit job somewhere. Because I don't fucking have an education. I don't have. Well, I guess John's doing pretty well for himself, and he works at a fucking Walgreens. He makes $10 an hour.
That's not terrible. Thing about that is, though, the thing about that comment in general about I don't have an education, there's nothing stopping you from getting one.
Yeah. There's a lot of fucking money in student loans and all that.
Yeah, but friggin' everybody pays student loans. If you go to school, you pay student loans. It's just kind of the way it is. Does it suck? Yeah, it's downright stupid. But
That's why I don't want to fucking do it.
yeah,
Fuck student loans.
but depending on the career field, like what you're studying for and whatnot, you can pay those student loans off in like no time flat.
That's another thing. I have no idea what I'd want to study for.
You don't have any real interest.
Not a single one.
You, sir, are full of shit. Everybody has interests of some variety.
I don't see me doing something for the rest of my life and not hating it, you know?
Well, that's why I say things that you're honestly interested in, they're not going to feel that way. You go through it and you're like, hey, this is actually something that I like and something that you know, I could put effort into. And because I'm interested in it, it's a neat subject or something else to that effect. You know what I mean? And there's
Yeah, but there's nothing like that. I could see myself being like, oh, I like this. I should do this for the rest of my life, you know? Bullshit ass jokes.
I mean, I guess. Son of a bitch. You kidding me right now?
What am I doing here?
Got no stones. Shit, I broke my leg.
You know what birds I hate, though?
What?
I forget. I think they're macaws. White birds, where when they get fucking excited or something, they fucking fluff out the top of their head and they look fucking ridiculous. Fucking hate those.
Why does it matter what they look like?
They're ugly.
Well, I mean, maybe they think you're ugly.
I don't give a flying fuck what they care.
Well, I mean, shouldn't that tell you something right there?
What?
Maybe they don't give a flying fuck. What do you think?
I don't care. Fuck those birds. Those birds are disgusting. All videos I've seen from them are them fucking frilling out their damn head and screaming and shaking around like they're fucking retarded.
I mean, aren't you kind of retarded though?
Yeah, but at least I don't act like that.
Are you sure?
Eee. Fucking Christ, how far do I have to run?
Oh, it's a pig. What?
Fucking, there's a character in here. His name is Asher. He's an asshole, but he's kind of funny what he just said. Somebody said something about Zavala going to destroy something, and then he's like, "Oh, so Gary has a sun destroyer, huh? Oh, I don't need a plan. I'll simply headbutt it." Like, yep. Oh, he said typical Titan idiocy. Like, yeah, they kind of are the kind of big dumb brutes, aren't they?
I mean, that's their job, though.
Yeah. I just find it funny how in one of the trailers they portrayed them as that too.
It's just...
He was talking to him, and then he was like, "Think of all the puppies," and then this one Titan goes, "Puppies!" and he fucking rushes in and goes and kills them all. Well, I don't think he kills them all, but he rushes in.
Ugh. Man.
The trailers with Cade were funny as shit too.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen the one where he was like, "This gone, that gone, this
Yeah.
gone." That's my fucking favorite. He's like, "All your loot gone, the tower gone, tacos gone." Like, oh, no, not tacos.
Everybody loves tacos, but you can't have any more.
It's like the ramen shop gone. Like, no. Oh, and in this game, he's talking about how he's gonna use some Vex technology to teleport. He's like, well, I'm gonna teleport up to Gaul, shoot him in the face, maybe have a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah. But see, look, I'm just gonna say this right now. Nathan Fillion,
Yeah.
I love him in everything he's in. I think I have a legitimate man crush on Nathan Fillion. He's amazing. He's just friggin' great. I don't think I've ever seen anything that he's ever been in that wasn't downright amazing.
What is he, a voice actor or an actor?
He's both. Have you ever seen the show Castle?
Nope.
How
I've heard you
about
talk about it though.
how about Firefly?
No. Heard you talk about it though, I think.
Movie, God, what's it called? See, he's been in a lot of stuff, man. Like, if you saw him, you would know exactly who he is. Hello.
I find it very mad my mom went to New York for a night.
Well, what's wrong with that?
She went to fucking New York.
How far of a drive is that for you?
Well, we're in Maryland.
Yeah.
Isn't New York like past fucking Maine or something? Isn't that a few states? It's a few states away.
Okay.
There's a fucking.
And you
Take a
have
bus.
states up there that you can drive through, going the speed limit in an hour.
Still kind of irritating.
Like, if I remember right, people will almost daily commute between DC and New York.
What?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but
Never heard of that.
I'm pretty sure I've heard of that. Like, they take ferries and stuff. Well, hey there, dead guy. What you got for me? Jack and or shit. Thank you. I appreciate you being so candid. Alright. Please, dear God, don't let me break my leg again. It is so fucking dark. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm half debating. I don't know precisely what the hell I'm gonna do.
The most recent cinematic that I thought was actually DLC came out today. Was rather amusing.
Oh yeah? Why? What was that?
Just the ghost. I love the ghosts. Yeah. Osiris was fooling around for reasons I don't know. And him and his ghost travel back in time to a point where a bunch of Guardians were fighting some Vex. And he freezes time somehow, I guess, because he just is like warping through time so he can pause it whenever he really feels.
Yeah.
And his ghost and him are talking, and then his ghost like looks at one of the Minotaurs and like gets up underneath the Minotaur's gun and points it up to the sky. And then throughout the rest of the cinematic, you just see the ghost doing that to the other Minotaurs. I'm like, you little shithead.
I mean, I don't necessarily see an issue with that.
It was just funny. And then Osiris told her to go through some portal, and she was like, "Nah, if you die, I can't resurrect you, yada yada." And then he basically grabs her and fucking baseball throws her through the fucking thing. When he grabs her, he's like, "Oh, you better not!" Oh, and fucking gets launched.
Oh shit. Why'd that one fall and break? Shit.
And just like, "You better not!" Does it?
Ah, god damn it! I broke my leg again. Sure shit. This is gonna hurt. Oh, no, I guess not. Cool. And there's nothing here. Son of a bitch!
Stop fucking spawning shit, damn it.
No. No, I will not.
Stop giving me shit to kill!
Nope. Nope. I will not do that.
Stop!
Nope.
Stop it!
Nope.
Not quick enough, Nyaga. I fucking love that.
Yeah. Give me a minute!
Half.
Ham. Oh, fuck that.
Bet you Conor McGregor lost just for the money.
You think he got paid off?
He may have.
I've heard that theory a few times now.
Yeah, no, you were the one that told me about it.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Gotta craft some of these. And then... Ow. I've got to make a damn storage chest because I have yet to do that. Oh, there we go.
Shit. Ooh. No!
What'd you break?
I didn't break anything. I almost died.
You sure?
Kind of. Not really.
So what you're saying?
No!
So what
At
you're
that
saying
time.
is, yeah, there I was gonna say. Oh wait, what the fuck? That'll work. Go ahead and get this shit right here out of the way. All right. I'm curious.
What?
What in the hell would possess a person on Overwatch specifically to play as Symmetra?
I picked her up. I first started playing her when Captain Cock was around.
Well,
That's when I first played her.
I'm just saying.
Like, whoa.
I'm just saying. Like, do you have to be a child molester to be like, you know what, this seems like a good idea, I'm going to play Symmetra? Or do you have to be like an actual serial killer? Also, which one is worse? I think you just have to be a
retard.
Oh, I mean, what's the difference?
You know what? I think you actually just have to be bad at the game. Symmetra.
I'm just curious. I don't.
Because, like, I'll play her. I don't give a fuck. But I don't play her all the fucking time. She's not my main pick.
But I mean, like, the actual Symmetra mains.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if those folks are like the type that are like, you know, I don't play games to have fun. And I don't play games to have a challenge. I play games...
She's kind of fun. At least she was when I played her, but that's only because we were winning most of the time. Maybe that gives you a little insight about them.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking about this earlier, and this is kind of why this brings up, like, a thought in my mind, is the fact that, ironically enough, a thought in my mind, when we're talking about Symmetra here, there were a couple of times where, like, with Widow, I'd snipe a Symmetra and pop a head, and then that person would immediately leave. You know what I mean? Like, there were a couple of matches that were like that, where if you popped the Symmetra once or twice, they were like, no, I'm just leaving. Oh, that's a Widowmaker, so she's too far away for my friggin' laser to grab, so fuck 'em, I'm out. You know?
Yeah.
But if that's the case, and that were because of that, do you think Widow would be technically at that point the Thought Destroyer?
No, it's definitely Graveheart. You seen the fucking weapon he has?
Yeah, I no, actually I haven't. Not Graveheart.
The giant spike ball on a stick.
Oh, so he's
using like a hammer, but it's half spike ball.
Oh, he uses a heavy mace, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Huh. What was I gonna do? There was actually campfire. That's right. Right? Yeah.
He uses a hammer and an axe on the other two, but he's got fucking spike ball on that one. Which is funny because I hate hammers in video games.
Usually I do too,
Big,
honestly.
Stupid lumbering hammers.
Not gonna lie, so do I sometimes. And, you know, these are just the way things go. And that's fine. You know, everybody has their preference and whatnot. This is one thing that always kind of bothered me about, like, considering the fact that I always play a tank on, like MMOs and stuff like that. One thing that always kind of made me cringe a little bit, if you will, even if you won't really, is the idea of them having, like, paladins always carrying
with
hammers. I'm like, why? That's not knightly at all. You think knight, you're thinking sword and board. You going out there and whip someone's ass with a sword and call it a day. But, I mean, I can understand it, crushing armor and that sort of thing, getting through other knights and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that.
Man, I had a tank character in a D&D that I used to play, and he was fucking cool. His name was Daniel Hawk. He was fucking awesome.
Oh, that reminds me. You know, I'm actually going to be teaching Squid how to play D&D after she moves down.
Oh, my D&D rules were weird. It was back when I was super big into MLP.
I've got that. You were a brony?
I was.
I don't know that I can talk to you anymore.
The funny thing is, the way I met my fucking the way I met one of my friends who ended up being the D&D buddy was there was a bunch of glitter in the hallway, and we were all walking out of our class, and a guy comes out from another class, and he's like, I don't know if he was talking to one of his random buddies or something, but I just hear him mumble something about one of the characters due to the glitter, and I was like, oh, so you do this, and then we talked the whole way to our fucking lockers and all, and then added each other on Skype, and then we became friends, and then
Did you guys make out?
Nah. But it was also really funny because we were both in the same fucking shop class. Well, not same shop class, but same teacher, different class, because he was an upperclassman. Yeah, so we didn't have the same class.
Like I said, I'm never going to be the person to be like, what you find interesting is stupid. Ooh. That's a running Zam, bro.
It was kind of stupid. After a while, I just stopped watching the episodes. I'll get some of the jokes and all, but the D&D we played was kind of an adaptation of that. And you had like unicorns could use their magic and shit, and earth ponies and all that. I don't know, but Daniel Hawk was a hippogriff. That shit was fucking cool.
I'm sure.
Big old lumbering fucking griffin guy, covered in armor and a shield. And like, yeah.
Fuck.
It's fucking cool as shit.
I'm gonna die again. Oh,
This is my first tank character, and I fucking nailed it too. And then he moved away from that and went on to Fallout D&D, and that was cool.
Yeah.
We were going along in the D&D, and somebody was like, didn't reply, because we did it all through Skype. And fuck, what was I gonna say?
I don't know, something riveting, I'm sure.
I fucking forgot.
I
actually forgot.
You were saying that you were playing.
The Fallout, yeah. Whenever we did it through Skype, if somebody didn't reply or they had to go, we had the character like fall asleep or something, or be dazed or fucking lost in thought or whatever. And this one poor, unfortunate chap, his character fell asleep under a lift. And we went exploring through like this garage or whatever, because it's Fallout, so we were booling and exploring and looting and shit. And somebody turned on fucking, what's it called?
The lift?
It was like a garage lift. So it was like one of those lifts for like cars and shit.
Yeah.
And it crushed him to death.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, well, he's out of the D&D.
Yeah, we had one where it was like your traditional, like actual D&D kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it was funny. We were trying to get through a forest that was plagued with dryads and treants. Okay, so like forest spirits and that kind of thing, and actual walking, living trees. And we figured the way we were going to get through this is we tried multiple methods, and the first time we tried to get through it, to get from one end to the other, was we decided we would send our little kinder, which is kind of like a halfling, through the forest. And have them like sneak their way through. Well, they go through, a treant looks at them, spots them, and they're like, no, they chase him out, essentially. So he runs out, catches back up with us, and he's like, well, they caught me, we got to figure something out. And we had a Minotaur who, ironically enough, I can't remember what his job was specifically. He was just a warrior. So, a Minotaur damage dealer, essentially. Lots and lots of fucking damage. Not so smart. He came up with the brilliant idea, and the Kinder, of course, went along with it because they were buddy-buddy. He had the brilliant idea of, let's paint him green to send him through the forest. The treants will never spot him if he's green. Now, mind you, the Kinder was a thief. Oh, no. So as we're going through, the DM, he's just like, okay, well, go ahead and roll your hide checks and so on and so forth, et cetera, et cetera. And he goes through, and it's just a critical fail.
Hmm.
So he's like, as the Kender is walking through the forest, he hears from behind him, "Where do you think you're going, little green man?"
Uh-oh.
And they beat his ass, essentially. They don't kill him or anything else, but they send him on his way. They whip his ass and send him on out. And then finally, the Minotaur, like, because again he was a Minotaur warrior, and they've got like rage issues. Essentially, they're kind of like berserkers.
Uh,
Um, he got so pissed off. The character got so infuriated by the fact that we just could not figure out a way to get through this forest that he, in his rage, grabbed the halfling by the neck and proceeded to throw him as hard as he possibly could. And now he's got, if I remember right, the Minotaur had like godly strength, which is a strength rating of 20 or above. So he had the natural 18, and then he had fucking just buffs and modifiers and everything else that put him at like 22 strength. So he was literally the strength of a god. And he went ahead, and the GM was like, "Okay, well, you better friggin' roll. You're gonna have to roll a 2-hit and whatnot." And he rolled it, rolled a natural 20, and he ended up launching this poor
Crits.
little sent this poor little Kender something like friggin' 30 miles through the air and into the location where he was supposed to hit, or where we were supposed to get to. The only problem is he kind of splattered at the location and hit the wall. And that was the end of Kender. Long story short, he didn't make it.
Yeah. I had my most recent game was one where we were part of some institute where they basically mixed the DNA of animals with humans to create like super soldiers. And I made me a sniper character.
Oh yeah?
And I was like, I kind of want some widowy kind of thing.
Yeah.
I went for a little bit of a widow aesthetic. It was pretty fucking cool. I think she was part falcon, but she wasn't as part falcon as like the rest, meaning she only really had wings. And I think claws. I think she had talons.
Shit. What the fuck?
She was fucking cool.
Seriously? Why do I keep missing this bitch?
Yeah. She had a AUG for long distance.
It's a hell of an AUG, really?
Yeah, because they're short because they're bull pups, but longer range because of the long barrel, because of their bull pups.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And I think she had a folded up Vector for her like super close quarters thingy.
Yeah. There are a lot of those
Cool
like
as shit.
yeah, there are a lot of those like old school RPG games that I really miss playing. There was one, it was called I can't remember the name of it now. Shit, and I used to play Alternity is what it was called. And it was basically like super sci-fi and really fucking cool. Like there was a lot of like conspiracy theory talk and shadow government organizations and cool shit like that in it. And they were actually really fun games to play, and it really kind of like screwed with you because there were times where in those you were like, oh hey, you're on a fucking spaceship. What are you gonna do? Because now there's like a fucking biotic leak, and everybody's gonna die if people don't figure out how to fucking fix it, or just the really neat things that could essentially either A, kill your entire campaign immediately, or B, not necessarily kill it, but like cripple it significantly. Like my character, who subsequently a lot of my my music and stuff that I have produced and whatnot is named after him. in terms of like my actual stage name was the same name as that character because it just kind of became a persona after a period of time. But it's Malleus, and that particular like that guy, that fucking character, man, he was fucking great. Problem is like on our last campaign that we played, he we'll just say there was a little bit of an incident with an airlock, and
Fucking died.
no, he didn't die. Like this dude was fucking tough as like coffin nails. There was no killing him. Like honestly, and that was just pure luck. That's all that was. But the incident with the airlock made it essentially so that in order to save his crew, he had to evacuate his suit in an airlock and basically pull himself back inside of the ship while he was evacuating the suit at the same time. And the problem is the airlock like slammed down because of safety precautions, and he ended up like losing a leg and fucking all other kinds of weird shit. I was like, well, that's kind of fucked up. And like he went basically by the end of it, he didn't necessarily go insane because he wasn't like crazy, but he was basically he became a heartless, ruthless fucking crime lord. Whereas he started out being a pretty like mellow dude. Like there was nothing really necessarily evil about him, but by the end of it, he was like, I'd fucking run a goddamn smuggling empire and I can have you killed. In fact, fuck it, I'm gonna kill you, you know, and he would do it. So he just became pretty ambiguous in terms of like what he cared to do and what he didn't care to do. And I like the fact that that character like went that way because it wasn't like all sunshiny and fucking raindrops and shit. He was actually like became something that is completely different than what he started out as. So
yeah, we had somebody get teleported through, I forget exactly how. But he got teleported and ended up dying in a completely different biome, and like nobody knew. And then somebody, a necromancer of some sort, came and like picked him up and was like, "You'll be of use later," and turned him into a Lich King.
Oh.
Yeah, so and he was pretty powerful too, but he got fucking killed. And they turned him into a Lich King.
Well, yeah.
We still haven't completed that campaign. The old DM was talking about starting it back up, but I don't know. I won't play it again.
Why not?
I don't know. Kind of fucked up stuff happened in it.
Well, I mean, if he came to you and said, "Hey, I want to start up a new campaign," would you do that? Oh, fucking thank God.
But that would be me not playing this as much.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's something that interests you and something that's fun to you, then what's wrong with that?
Yeah. It's not that I wouldn't like it. It's just I really enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
What do I gotta do now?
Where is... Oh, good. Frickin' Zambros are downstairs now. God damn it. Fucking ravioli.
What's in the pocket? Oh.
Get in my tummyoli. Okay.
What time is it? Holy fuck, it's 3 o'clock.
Holy shit, is it?
Yep.
What in the actual balls? Oh, fuck that. I've already been in there. Not gonna waste... Oh, you know what? I may as well just fucking scrap this goddamn axe. Make another one. Hippity hoppity, get up off my property.
I don't know why I kind of took on the speed boost Lucio bullsh.
What's that?
To be honest. Like the whole meme Lucio thing with me being changing my profile and name to stuff doing with him.
You should make Reinhardt memes.
I'm sure they do.
The thing that bothers me the most about Reinhardt, okay, it doesn't bother me. I actually like it about Reinhardt is every time he dies, he comes back laughing. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, sir, you just got shot literally thousands of times. Let's do that again. All right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I sent you that song I was looking for
I will
forever
listen.
ago.
I will listen to it tonight. In the meantime, I think I'm about 10 minutes out from going ahead and ending this stream for the night, seeing as it's 3 a damn clock in the morning. This would be an hour and 20-minute long stream so far. Well, hello there, my dog.
Dog.
Fucking Zambros, literally, god damn it, fuck off. Ain't nobody wants what you're selling, you assholes. Fuck off. I make this just for you today, my friend. It is a whole carpet. That was funny. Like, whenever I was in the military, that was something that we fucking heard a lot of while I was in Turkey. It was like the stereotype while I was in Turkey. You go walking down the street, and there'd be like a brand new, like friggin' fresh, clean ass suit that they're selling in the markets. And of course, the obbies would all be like, "I made this just for you today, my friend, just for you." Like, I've never seen
My
this man.
ass.
Like,
She didn't make shit.
I'd be like, I've never, ever, ever before in my life actually seen and or met this man in any form or shape or anything. I make this just for you today, and it was always fucking hilarious to me. But they were like genuinely pretty cool people, so. Like, dude, there's this one time where like Turkish rugs, those things sell in the States for a metric fuck ton each. Like, they are so costly.
No, I fucked it up. Damn it. That top line says German soldier.
Uh-huh.
If you're looking at that picture. I sent you a Reinhardt meme.
Oh, is that your message right there?
Yes.
Let me see here. It's pretty good.
Just like, I love that format. Tom sneaking through the door.
Although, to be fair, it takes a lot for a Reinhardt to sneak up on a Widow, if that Widow's actually any good.
I've fucking done it.
That is impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
I've done it to a Widow and a Hanzo. But, like, back to back. They didn't fucking expect me up there.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, the areas that I go to, generally, you can't get to unless you have, like, double jump.
Well, yeah. They were on the upper point on the second point of Hanamura. They were up on that, like, bridge.
Oh, yeah.
And I fucking... I charged across from the defending side over to where they are.
Oh,
is this
fucking... Was this from the other
What?
day whenever we figured out that Ryan could actually get across the gap?
Well, this was back when we figured out Ryan could get back across the gap. This wasn't when we figured out he could first get across. This was when we figured out that he could get back. And
Oh, that's funny.
we did it, and I killed up their Mercy, Hanzo, and then just went on to the Widow and fucked her up too.
Jesus.
And Brandon was there the whole time, giggling like an idiot.
I mean, that is his way.
Me and him were just both fucking like, oh, we can do it. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another. Oh, there it is.
Let me sing you
Fucked
the
up.
song of my people.
It was just so funny.
This is absolutely amazing to me. The fact that I've been in this town, there's not a bunker anywhere to speak of. There is not a fucking well anywhere to speak of. There's none of these cool things here. There's just fucking stuff and junk, like regular houses. I almost don't want to live here. Sitting here thinking about it. It seems like... Oh, hell no. That's a long fucking trip for a damn drop. Nah, fuck that supply drop. I ain't doing that. It's hippity hoppity, get up off my property. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe once I get a little bit of concrete positioning beneath myself, a few levels, I'm gonna go ahead and explore a bit and see if I can't find the town with the well in it. Because if I can find the town with a well in it, I'm fucking fantastic at that point. I'll be able to set that sucker up. Whee! Jumping up some shit. Ooh. Alright, there we go. And then get back over here.
Damn it.
Yeah. Shit. Yes.
Damn it.
What seems to be your major malfunction?
I just died.
Lal. I mean, aw. Don't do that.
Fucking damn it. Get up the fucking thing.
Don't do that shit, man. That stuff ain't healthy.
Ah. Okay, I've got an interceptor now. Y'all done fucked up. Y'all done fuck. They gone.
But
Shit.
clearly, yeah, they fucked up. We out. Mm-mm.
Fucking love that.
Yeah. All right. There's that. Let's see here. Flippity
Come back
floopity.
here. I'll whoop your ass.
Like a looter in a riot?
God. Fucking interceptor outran me.
Lol. So I got about 2 minutes and 42 seconds of me just sitting here to go ahead and craft all these arrows that I'm trying to craft real quick.
Fuck.
Then I'm going to go ahead and make myself a proper bow. And then, perhaps, I'm going to go ahead and close down my stream, I think, for the night. It's going to be nice once Squid gets here, because then we can actually get into this in, like, 2-player action. That'll be nice. Which I thoroughly look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Although, did we ever check to see if Ark can play 2 players while online? Do we ever actually look into that? Shit.
We have not.
We will have to do that. We're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, if we want to run our own damn server.
Well,
You know, I kind of want our server to have some population to it, but I also kind of really don't.
yeah.
Because PvP is kind of fun, but I don't like the thought of my shit getting fucking fucked up while I'm not there, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, that's just
I
as
mean,
easy
I
as
don't like
turning
the
off.
idea of my shit getting fucked up in general.
I mean, that's just as easy as turning off online rating, you know?
Yeah.
But wasn't everybody fucking complaining about that?
Carl was. I don't know who else was. I think C Money was for a little bit. I don't know, that right there. Me personally, if we start up a server, I would prefer that it be PvE at least to starts, and then perhaps changing the options later on after summary period of time for people to build up and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why is mostly because of the fact that it's like, it's not a bad thing to have the PvE aspect to it. Plus, there's plenty of competition in PvE. It's a matter of like, what are you competing for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, go ahead and scrap that.
I just. I don't know. I just don't like my shit getting fucked up. But then at the same point, there's nothing. Once you get to a point, there's nothing else really to do.
But that's how Ark is. Once you get to a specific point, then there's nothing to do. And that's unfortunate because that's a game I really love. That game now. I hated it for a little while, but I really love it now. And it's like, what's the purpose of it once you get to a specific point? And that's kind of infuriating.
I mean, sure, we could try to do bosses, but like, fuck.
Well, again, though, if we go like PvE up to a specific point in time where we have bosses done and we have like some art gear or whatever else, some of the good shit, then that's one thing. But, or we just make it a rule that there are specific areas that are considered neutral zones, that if there's any killing or raiding done to those particular regions, then, then you got a price to pay.
Flag rule.
Yeah, if they, say, hey, please stop attacking us.
No, I'm saying if you have a white flag outside your base, it means that you're friendly.
Yeah.
How do I get up there? How do I get up there?
Magic.
Oh, I don't have to get up there. You have to sit right fucking here.
I'll go ahead and let this here water boil off. And after that, I think I'm going to call it. I keep finding new things to do on here, and that's awesome and all, but at the same time, it's like, really?
Or, the idea of a purge night.
I don't like
mind
that.
Purge
I
nights.
don't like that idea so much, Purge Night, because that's like one of those things that's like, and this is coming from me because of the fact that I work, the hours and that kind of thing that I do, you don't really get that much benefit out of it. Like you could do it, yeah, that's great, but not everybody can participate in that.
No. But you could also have fucking Purge night, but with like how they had in the Purge, fucking blue flowers or whatever. You have a certain sign outside your damn place. It makes you immune to it, and you're not partaking in it. It would let the dickbags who want to go and fuck over other people, they'll let them do it. But it also save the people who don't.
That comes to one of those things that it's like, especially if we're opening up a server. We need to kind of distinguish the rules before we go into it. And
Yeah.
I get it. We're going to have people who are going to be like, oh, well, we totally want to have PvP all the time. I'm not pointing any fingers, Carl, but still. Dane. Yeah, Dane. That's cool. If that's what they want to do, then so be it. I mean, we just have to figure out rules and standards to go about with it. And, if it's a server, then... And see, that's the thing, is like, I don't know. Erin had made a joke, and she may have just been drunk or something like that, whenever she found out that Squid was moving in. She was like, well, for Christmas, we might have to get him a PlayStation. So if we get that second one and we can both play on one, yeah, I'll be happy to open up the server. But, I mean... Or once we get double income coming in here and I get a damn laptop fixed and everything else, I'll just fucking rent out an online server for, the $5-10 a month that it takes for, 20 people. But it all really, really depends. And the main thing that's holding me back from any of it is any kind of ledger money. Yeah, that's really it. And, if that comes to pass and that's something that we can do, then guess what? We'll have a server that's up 24/7. Outside of that, I'm not going to leave that other PlayStation on all the fucking time if we do get one. Period.
No.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not really looking for a 24-hour server. I'm just looking for something like we could dick on, like, fool around with as friends. You know?
Yeah.
Like how Neebs has his. Just a couple guys chilling, working their way up.
But see, they have full servers too.
They do?
Mm-hmm. They have their server because one of Dante's friends, he and I were talking about it. One of his friends has Ark on the computer, and he plays on Neeb's server. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I watched him play it a little bit, and he had like Neeb's server has 150 max people, and it is almost always full.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I mean, they have the max server size possible.
You know how funny it would fucking be if we invited who was the last server we were on? The good one, but they kept making up bullshit rules.
Carnage?
Was it Carnage?
Yeah, it was Carnage.
How funny would it be if we invited him to our server?
What you mean, and show him how an actual server is supposed to be run?
Kinda. That'd be funny as shit.
Yeah, but I mean that's a little bit of Schadenfreude, And I'm down with some Schadenfreude. It's like, why? Seems kind of petty, I mean, I don't mind him being there.
I'm not doing it to be petty. I'm just doing it because he meant well, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I think
but
it was the other dickbags.
Yeah, a lot of it was his tribe.
Yeah.
And I think part of it, like I said, honestly, I think that we should have, like, hey, this is, if you guys want to be part of it, then that's cool. And if you want to go ahead and build up your own bases, that's cool too. But I honestly think that we should have a neutral, like, center area that, okay, these are a bunch of respective buildings that we all have built together. It's like a little town or whatever else. And there is to be no attacking of any of these places here. Like, make it like a little village kind of thing. It'd be like, if you want to make a stronghold that people can attack or whatever else, then go ahead and make a stronghold that people can attack. And if you want to be part of this, like, little central village thing, then you gotta actually put parts into it. You gotta do it yourself. You know what I mean?
Hell, we could make a bunch of houses and then sell them.
Feasibly, yeah.
Let people live in them. You're like, hey, if you want to live here, it's such and such amount of gold a month, or not gold, it's such and such amount of whatever fucking currency we'll charge them.
Materials.
Asshole. Yeah. I wouldn't want it to be super boosted either.
Oh god, no. I could see breeding and eggs being boosted a lot. Just because those
maybe even taming.
Yeah, and taming too. But I mean, this because those in particular take for fucking ever. Even boosted, they take a long time sometimes.
I wouldn't say boosted by much, just enough.
Yeah.
I gotta complete patrols. I don't want to do that tonight. It's probably like 3:30, 3:18, close enough.
Oh, yeah.
Ow! That startled me. I have this little ledge at the end of my bed where I can like put my feet, and I set my Burger King cup there, and I leaned forward to get out of the seat and stabbed myself with the straw.
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna go back inside my little prison. Oh shit! My little prison house here.
Is that fucking blood? What the hell?
What?
Oh, it's chocolate. I was about to say, there's fucking blood on my the end of my bed. It's chocolate.
All right.
I hope. That is